This is BeeTv News live from Benin.
It is something we can no longer understand. They should stop telling us and promising us all those promises are fake, giving us this set of promises are fake. We don't want it anymore.
Traders at Uselu Market protest over violent attack, shooting and leadership tussle barricaded Uselu Ugbowo, Lagos Road.
We want peace! We want peace! We need peace!
What do we want now? Iyabo. The roof for here 80 years. They say that market women. If one say may say, if no one say may pack a load, or mother get you don't get what they say.
.493 constable pass out from police training school in Edo State as IGP charges new recruits to be professional.
Okechukwu Victoria, that is Okechukwu Victoria, best in.
You have completed your training and are ready to serve. Your hard work and dedication have brought you here. Congratulations.
And I'm very happy. I thank God for the gift of life. At least no deaths.
Governor Monday Okpebholo expressed his satisfaction with ongoing construction of flyover bridge in Benin, inspecting ongoing projects in Edo State.
So that by the end of the day, everybody is happy. Edo people, we are all happy with the project that is already going on. You see what is happening on the streets.
PDP National Working Committee affirms Governor Sim Fubara as Rivers Party leader.
14 of us, members of the NWC, are in agreement to work along with the present National Secretary of the party, PDP, from Rivers to the national level. We are working together.
Good evening and many thanks for joining us on BeeTv News at 6. I am Evelyn Izibili. Welcome. The Uselu Ugbowo Lagos Road was at a standstill for several hours on Wednesday as marketer women in large numbers took to the streets to protest against alleged shooting of traders tied to leadership tussle in the market. The traders expressed disappointment in the action of the past leadership of the market that allegedly orchestrated the violent attack. BeeTv News senior reporter Bess Orito has details. The protest caused a severe roadblock during the early hours of the morning, making movement static and the environment rowdy.
They said they don't want Omorigi. It is me, Terry Ebonwoji, they needed as the chairman. You can ask them now. You sit there, you can hear the voice. Okay, thank you everybody.
Traders at Uselu Market took to the street requesting for peace after a crisis that occurred on Tuesday, the 21st day of January 2025, that led to the shooting of 2 traders. The protest created a serious gridlock in the early hours of the day, making movement static and the environment rowdy.
We want peace! We need peace! We need peace! We need peace!
Godwin, Omorigi, and Ijabo in Abulele should leave us and our security alone. We, the market women, went to beg cheese on Rainbow to come and gather our goods for us. That is what we want. Secondly, Pastor Mrs. Josephine Hayes, he said he's the state government leader. He's the leader of the market. He's the one joining Godwin and Iyabo to come and to stop the peace of these markets. The governor, our governor, His Excellency, Senator Monday Okpebholo, should please call Pastor Mrs. Hayes to order to stop disturbing the market traders. He should stay in his lane, please, And our 4 men that has been kidnapped, they should release it or not for us.
The protesters complained about the alleged oppression of the leadership in the market who brought armed men to the market, shooting to scare everyone away, leaving 2 persons with various degrees of injuries and are currently now in the hospital receiving treatment.
I made that for this market. I've been this market more than 50-something. I cleared where I put my shade, my table that time. Till now, I'm a header. What happened now? God do not marry again. 80 years. 80 years above. We write an agreement, say, see the time we'll take a month. He don't pass that place. Since then, he say we not get right. He begin threaten all market women, the leader, the elder. Since then, arrest me, say the AIG caught this. Because of me, caught this market because of her. To see the truth, the way they do me. He get many women who be tossed with them. So okay, what he did, I say, after everywhere they be changing chairman, you don't reach. They carry a come up because the stubbornness. So okay, spend more than some weeks for Elko. He write agreement. He said this market, if you do bad thing, waiting government want to do. He said he don't get what he wants to say, he go to the house. So okay, now we go bring our security to secure our load by ourselves because we know that one is a genuine. Since 2 months, they don't let the red boys rest and the boys. They go right. Petition everywhere. We all say no, yesterday don't reach. Now say this one too much. So okay, now we go. 4 talk. In May, people will just see me say I talk. Chairman follow us, TV come, BBS will come. Around 7:30 or after 7, toss full market too. I don't cover my load though. Now so one of come he workers, we go. They carry for my president. They carry 2 hour wash night. They beat them. Now 2. They said that for other gates. So okay, me now God saved me with gun. I go AIG. I didn't sleep for there. What do we want now? Iyabo. The rule for here 80 years. They say that market women. If one say me say, if no one say me pack load, or mother get, you don't get what they say. He said, Chairman go to say what you get what they say. You don't get. You know they gay. All the people will be touched. All the women. If they want to say me, they say they want to say we call the pot there for one.
They also alleged that some local security men guarding the market were kidnapped with no trace of them at the moment. The protesters complained that the previous leadership of the market spent 20 years in the position and refused to step down for the newly appointed leaders, which resulted in a crisis.
For 35 years now, I've been a trader in this market. So the authority of the market, led by Governor Moregi, he has been in the position of chairman for the past 19 years. He was elected into position in 2006. So 2014, his tenure elapsed. So the market trader, they came together and make him understand that his tenure has expired, that he should call for election. Instead of that, he started intimidating them with police from State CID, Testament Road, and the rest. Started intimidating them. But recently, they told him enough is enough, that Mr. Governor Morege and his co-executive must leave power. So Godwin said no. That the mark happened yesterday evening that pertained to that shooting that prompted him. Happened yesterday evening that pertained to that shooting that prompted the market trader to move out to Federal Road to protest so that Governor Okpawolo will hear their voice. He will now come to their rescue. So I believe that is what is happening now.
Motorists were stranded for several hours while the protest lasted. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
The protest caused a serious roadblock during the early hours of the morning, making movement static and the environment rowdy.
They said they don't want a mortgage.
Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebolo on Wednesday inspected the ongoing construction of the first flyover in Benin City, a landmark project being undertaken by his administration. Expressing satisfaction with the work done so far, Governor Okpebolo stated that his administration is focused on delivering tangible projects rather than signing memorandums of understanding. Let's join Our senior reporter, Best Orator, for the complete story.
We are practical people, we are not MOU. Work is ongoing.
The recent flag off of the construction of the first ever flyover bridge, a landmark project of the Governor Monday Pueblo-led administration, came as a welcome development to Edo people. The governor, who is passionate about completing the project on record time, is here to inspect the level of work done. Governor Pueblo said his administration has brought about practical governance and not MOUs. He expressed confidence in the contractor's capacity and the quality of work to be delivered to Edo people. Also, during the inspection of the Upper Ekewan Road construction, the governor directed contractors to accelerate efforts and work round the clock to ensure completion before the rainy season. At the drainage site opposite the Army Barracks, Governor Pueblo emphasized his administration's commitment to providing motorable roads across the state. Residents in the area cheered him as he assured them of the project's timely completion. Governor Pueblo also highlighted the federal government's interest in Edo State's development, assuring residents that President Bola Tinubu remains committed to supporting the state's transformation agenda.
Behind it, they are already laying a track. Here, this water safety tank is ongoing and a lot is going on here. I just believe that before the rainy season, these people will be very happy with this particular road. So everything is going to be perfect. We make sure that we are doing this day and night to see that we achieve our goal. I'm elected to work and I have to work for the people. The reason why they voted for me is to see that I work for them. And that is exactly what I'm doing. And whenever the president see me ask, oh, how about your road? How about your community? How about your state? What will I tell him when I'm sitting in the office? The best thing is to come here so that he can see, I can have something to tell him.
The governor and his team inspected several other key projects, including the Temboga-Ute Ekiwa roads and drainage system, which were awarded in November last year, as well as the HROH Bako JP Street and its adjoining streets affected by gully erosion. Residents of Ute and surrounding areas commended the governor for the significant progress achieved within the first 100 days in office. They expressed their appreciation during his visit to the Palace Road in Ute, which was flagged off in December last year, and the ongoing construction work at Ute Koko Road through Orion Semede, where excavation of drains is currently ongoing.
Reality that the governor of Edo State, Mondo Pueblo, you can see his project seat. He has personally come to my street as well, HROH Bako JP Street, to say that he wants to do it as well. I said, thank you, Mr. Governor. Thank you, because we never believed we will get what we are getting today in this area. Today we are happy, and tell people the community is happy. We know you are a performing man. We know you are testing when you were a senator. Now you are replicating against a governor. Governor Akpakomisa, we say thank you.
As you can see, the governor is here today, and we are very pleased to see him one-on-one, and we are grateful to what he is doing today. Right from the day he was appointed into the office, people were still in the stadium where we saw tractor coming in. Even to today, the work is going on. Not just going on, it's going on speedily. So we are really grateful to him, and we thank God very much for the kind of courage and the idea he came up with. We have never seen a thing like this before. In short, it's wonderful and it's miraculous. All we see before is wake up and start destroying, wake up and start destroying. But today we see wake up and start working.
It's where enter here. It's where enter governor now. He never even reach how many days now. He don't begin to work out the whole state. The place went not there good. The man is working fine. Not to say he go there for office. He go there sweep big grammar. Big grammar. You know, person not go even know what they do. So person, governor, when they work, when they supervise, now that one I be governor. This governor, we there in back, now talking, I do governor.
The road was very terrible. We're suffering. We're in torture. We're really suffering here. Most of us here could not even get to our houses. If it rains for just 15 minutes, we will not even be able to go to our pass with the kids.
What's the story today?
My brother, it's a different story. As a matter of fact, I'm telling the world, the whole world, to know that we are in Benin City. Before I thought we were in, I don't even know the village to even call it. My own local villages was better than this place. But to the glory of God now, is it even up to 100 days? For me, just like yesterday, In fact, he has done well. He has come to this community for more than 5 times since he has assumed office, and I'm so grateful. And I say may God continue to bless him for us in Jesus' name. Amen.
The Oregbeni Baha residents turned out in large numbers to show their support as the governor inspected the fabrication of materials for the first flyover, which was flagged off in November last year. The day's activities concluded with the inspection of drainage work at Obada Junction along the Benin-Ekpoma Auchi Road. Governor Kpewolo reaffirmed his administration's dedication to delivering quality projects that will positively impact the lives of Edo people. He further assured Edo people that he will continue to oversee projects personally to ensure quality and timely delivery, emphasizing that his election was a call to action. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
Governor Monday Okpebolo has expressed sadness over the devastating fire incident that occurred at Jato community in Etsako West local government area that destroyed shops and goods on January 21st, 2025, describing it as sad and unfortunate. The Nigerian police has passed out 493 newly recruited personnel with a charge to uphold discipline and exhibit quality character to excel in the profession. Inspector General of Police Kayode Ogbetokun, speaking at the passing out parade on Thursday held at the police training school Ogida Barak, Benin City, Edo State, said that the bedrock of policing was discipline. Pilomi Mukoro, who was there for BeeTv News, now reports.
That was the colorful and vibrant march past of the 2022 General Recruit Constables of Edo and Delta State during the passing out parade at the Police Training School Ogida Barracks, Benin City. Of the 493 new recruits, 181 are females and 312 are males. Edo State has a total of 228 constables, which are 143 males and 85 females, while Delta State team are a total of 265 recruits, comprising 169 males and 96 females. Dignitaries who graced the ceremony include Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebolo and other top police officers, including the Commissioner of Police Edo State, CP Umaru Ozigi, and others. Addressing the officers, the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Ogbetokun, said the manpower drive of the force is aimed at meeting the United Nations recommendations of 1 police to 400 people. The IGP, represented by AIG Zone 5 Arungwa Nwozwe, said the recruitment and training by the federal government was to change the narratives of policing to address the age-long manpower gap for optimal police service delivery in the country.
In the course of this training, we have instilled in these recruits the necessary orientation effectively address the complex security challenges facing our nation while adhering to the principles of law. Our comprehensive and research-based curriculum has equipped them with fundamental policing ethics, norms, and practices, as well as modern law enforcement principles.
In a goodwill message, Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebolo congratulated the new recruits and urged them to serve with dignity and be civil when discharging their duties.
You have completed your training and are ready to serve. Your hard work and dedication have brought you here. Congratulations. As people from this state and Delta, you know our land, our people, our culture. Use this knowledge to protect our communities.
Also addressing the new police constables was the Commandant Police Training School Benin, ACP Aigbe Agahowa, who appreciated everyone present at the ceremony and also those who make the training of the new police constables a success. He also urged the recruits to at all times remember the training they undertook and maintain ethics of the profession.
May I use this opportunity to say big congratulations to the recruits that will shortly be referred as police constables. You have all done well. And I urge you to wear your uniform with pride and be good ambassadors of the Nigeria Police Force by putting in your best at all times and performing your duties professionally.
Thereafter, prizes were given to constables who were exceptional in their different trainings as a sign of appreciation for their efforts and professionalism during the course of their training.
Okechukwu Victoria, that is Okechukwu Victoria, best in...
Speaking with BeeTv News, some of the new recruits thanked the police authority for the trainings they received with a promise to deliver their duties diligently. Some of their family members also wished them well.
I feel so happy today being my personal parade, which is known as the POP. And I want to wish all 2022 constables around the world, 2022 police recruits around the world, I want to wish them good luck in service. And I pray for long life, good health and prosperity.
And I'm very happy. I thank God for the gift of life. At least no deaths, nothing like that. And the training went smooth and okay. Really thank God for that.
In fact, I'm happy to see her that she's now a confirmed police officer. And I wish her long life and prosperity in this job.
The new police constables will be deployed to different police zones across the country. Walumi Mokoro reporting for BeeTv News.
On Wednesday afternoon, one more witness, Baba Sharif, testified for the People's Democratic Party and Aswe Igudawo in the ongoing Edo State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal. The witness, upon examination in chief, informed the tribunal that on the 11th of October 2024 was in court to sign his witness statement. BeeTv News senior reporter Bex Orator reports.
Only one witness testified in court on Wednesday afternoon before the petitioners closed their case for the day. Mr. Sharif from Esako West local government area was the witness after the noon break. After recognizing the deposition, the witness said there was an error in page 64 of his witness statement that he intends to amend. The respondents' counsel objected to the amendment and reserved their reasons for objection to the final written address. The tribunal thereafter admitted the various documents, which includes PCB 117 to PCB 129, exhibit PDB 21 to PDB 23, being CTC of Voters Register, exhibit PDA 22 to PDA 24, being the CTC of IREF copies, and CTC of Beavers Extract, as well as CTC of forms ECHC of Esako West, amongst others. The respondent counsel objected to the admissibility of the documents and reserved their reasons for final written address. First respondent counsel Kanu Agabi saying during the cross-examination asked the witness if the other document the witness relied on is the Beavers report of accreditation. The witness said he relied on other documents to form the basis of his deposition. The respondent's counsel also asked the witness if it is from the examination of the record that the witness came to the conclusion that INEC did not serialize the record. The witness answered to the negative. The witness was then asked if he generated the document. He said he relied on the certified true copies obtained by his party to develop his statement. The respondent counsel said the witness claimed that he took into consideration all the result sheets in making his decision. He said yes. When asked if the agent of his party signed the result sheets after the witness had examined them, the witness said in some of the polling units, the party agent did not sign. But the respondent's counsel asked why the witness was challenging the results that were not signed by his party agent. The witness said he is not disputing all the results in the local government, but said that just 3 or 4 polling units which were not signed is what the PDP is contesting. On his part, Onyenchik Piazu SN during his cross-examination asked the witness to take a look at paragraph 15 on pages 764, serial number 3, polling unit 11, and was asked to look at the table where the witness had, in his statement on oath, asked the tribunal to cancel Unit 11. The witness said it is true. The witness was then asked to take a look at the exhibit and said that the unit had already been cancelled. So, the respondent counsel is of the opinion that how could a witness be praying for the tribunal to cancel a result that had already been cancelled? The witness said the result was not cancelled on IREV. The witness was shown exhibit PJF page 15 with serial number 7, which reads EC 25D, that is the distribution of sensitive materials and attendance register. The witness said he made reference to EC 25B document and not EC 25D. And when it was shown EC 25B exhibit PCB 117, The Respondents' Council confirmed that the only column left for the presiding officer to fill are the quantity received and quantity returned, and as well as remarks. The witness said it is not true and said that there is no such provision as quantity received and returned. However, when the witness was asked if there is a box for serial numbers in Form EC 25B, the witness agreed that there is a column for serial number. Next to examine the witness was Emmanuel Kala SAN. He asked the witness to confirm that all the documents he brought to court, apart from his witness statement, none was signed by him. The witness said he could not have signed them. The biggest issue for the day was when the Respondents' Council told the witness that the document the witness is relying on as his evidence in court were only certified on January 8, 2025, and the documents were not even available on 11th of October 2024 when the witness made his deposition. Respondents' Council then suggested to the witness that Forms EC8B was one of the documents used for the collation of the Forms EC8C, which was brought before the court, and said nowhere in the witness statement where he mentioned voters register. The witness said he mentioned voters register. It was at this point that the petitioner asked for an adjournment. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
The National Working Committee, NWC, of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has reaffirmed Governor Siminalayi Fubara as the party leader in Rivers State.
The Governor of Rivers State, called recently, there was a court ruling that gave the leadership that resolved the congresses that were held the recent past, and other leaders of the party were appointed from ward to local government to the state level. It came to appreciate the doggedness of the governor, ensuring that PDP is becoming more stabilized, the river and becoming more focused. Before this visit, we had earlier visited the governor of Bauchi State, the governor of Oyo State, and the governor of Bayelsa State. The essence of this visit is to assure Nigerians that PDP is coming together and PDP is getting set and trying to see that come May 2027, PDP takes over governance in Nigeria. Not only at the federal level, but PDP captures more states. Another aspect of the visit is people are aware that recently there was a court ruling, that Court of Appeal ruling, that gave Sir Ode Okoye, setting him as the secretary of the PDP. We have national secretary of the party. We are equally visiting these governors to assure them that majority of the members of the NWC are with Okoye as the national secretary of the party, and will continue to work with him, and equally request the support and backing of the governors to accept this Court of Appeal judgment. As you are aware, up to this moment, there is no any court that set aside the ruling of the appeal court, and this is a case that does not have any stay of execution or whatever. So 14 of us, members of the NWC, are in agreement to work along with the present national secretary of the party, PP, from Rivers to the national level. We are working together, and the governor is the leader of the PDP in Rivers, and it is the policy of the PDP that every sitting governor is the leader of the party. So invariably, the governor of Rivers State is the leader of the PDP, and we came to visit our leader and to assure him that we are 100% with him. We are together with him and call upon him to make PDP more strong, and to call to the people of Rivers State to work with him, identify with him, and support him in providing dividend of democracy as he brings to the good people of Rivers State.
The Commissioner for Energy and Water Resources and Energy, Barrister Washington Osifo, has reaffirmed Governor Monday Okpebholo's commitment to providing water and energy to the people of Edo State. Dr. Washington Osifo made the assurance during his inaugural meeting with the management team of the Ministry of Water Resources and each agency's director. BeeTv News Best Horito has the rest of the story.
Let me introduce them. Seated before me, before all of us, is the Honorable Committee, which I've already introduced. To my left is GM, Suwasa, Mrs. Omoreke.
It was a moment of joy for the management and staff of both the Ministry and Agency of Urban Water Cooperation and Small Town Rural Water Supply and Sanitization Agency as they welcomed the new boss, the Honorable Commissioner for Energy and Water Resources, Dr. Washington Osifo. The Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Water Resources, Iyamali Joseph, on behalf of the management team, welcomed the Commissioner, Dr. Washington Osifo, as he expressed their delight at his appointment to head the ministry. He acknowledged the zeal of Dr. Washington Osifo to drive for progress in the ministry and pledged the staff's commitment to support and work with him.
He has been a commissioner to this ministry before. Also, he has also served in education and is back here again since his third time of becoming a commissioner. So you can see that when it comes to governance, he's well grounded in it. And we are happy to see that he's the one that's been given to the water sector. And the few minutes of having with him now, it shows that we are going to have more than enough. In short, we are going to be begging him to slow down because he's not ready to slow down and he's ready to kickstart and run. Not to trickle, he's ready to run. So people should go back and eat very well, ready to match his energy.
Responding, Dr. Washington Osifo said he was delighted to reunite with the familiar faces from his previous tenure as commissioner in the same ministry. He reaffirmed Governor Monday Okpebholo's commitment to provide the people of Edo State with access to sufficient water and energy, as he promised to work collaboratively with the staff to ensure they achieve the governor's objective for the ministry and the people of Edo State.
For some reasons, God blessed him. From his private purse, he was helping and seeking, providing water to the best of his ability, but not without the sacrifice of others. And God gave him the Senate. Okay? But that's not big enough. Today, under 1 year, senator and now the governor is committed to it. That's why I said, please come and help us drive this. I said, but without money, you can't do this. This is not free. And he said, I will put money. I said, that's fine. He even told me that he's talking to some investors, don't know this, Ministry of Water Resources. He told me a lot, but I'm happy.
The Managing Director of Urban Water Corporation, Mrs. Rose Adegboyega, and the General Manager of Small Town Rural Water Supply and Sanitization Agency, Mrs. Mercy Omorege, along with other directors, briefed the new Commissioner, Dr. Washington Osifo, on the current state of the water resources management in the state.
So we need partners to assist. These are facilities like we have a Ubalu Dam, Central, we have Ubawa is working, but it needs strengthening. Because as we speak currently now, we are not producing because we don't have funds. And Ubawa too equally has its own challenge, but we are disadvantaged because we submitted all our project vehicles to the fleet managers. And by the time we want to use or even want to move from 1.8 to another, we are handicapped.
I think it will be probable if we could just hit up with, let's just start with the AXAN axis. Concentrate on the AXAN axis. Let us do our deliverables there. Because if we say, let's touch it, that's where the issues are.
There are a lot of things we need to do at Ojirami Dam, seriously. Because it's cut across the Edo North. Seriously, if we can be able to rehabilitate Ojirami Dam, can supply to Otuo and so many Okbila and all of them.
Dr. Washington Osifo promised to hit the ground running to ensure there is adequate water supply and energy across the 3 senatorial districts in the state. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to the aviation sector, where the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, SAN, has said that his ministry has rejected outrageous contract versions.
Original no be my mind, authentic no be my mind.
Original no be fake, quality paint EDS for quality paint you. Now EDS. EDS. For quality pencil, now EDS. For emotion, super satin, super mato, gravitas pentide, texture pentide, and the high quality emotion. Now for EDS, you know go fed now for EDS.
EDS Quality Paints, Kilometer 12, Benin Saple Road by Ogege Quarters, Benin City, or our branch office, 68 Saple Road, opposite former Edo State Library, now ShopRite.
Contact us today on 090-5320-6873. EDS Quality Paints, keeping your walls live.
We are sorry for the break in transmission. And now to the aviation sector, where the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, SAN, has said that his ministry has rejected outrageous contracts variation of 532 billion naira from 90 billion naira awarded to the contractor handling the second runway of Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. Keyamo, who stated this while fielding questions from federal lawmakers during budget defense sectioned with the National Assembly Joint Committee of Aviation, said the contract has been revoked for fresh bidding by international contractors. BeeTv News' Faith Gabriel has the details.
The minister, Festus Keyamo, says the 4.2-kilometer second runway of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja has been temporarily suspended. Mr. Keyamo said this when he appeared before the Joint National Assembly Committee on Aviation for Budget Defense. Original fake of the 4.2-kilometer second runway of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja has encountered another setback as Nigeria's aviation minister announces the suspension of the 90 billion naira project. The minister, while responding to questions thrown by lawmakers at the ongoing budget defense session in the National Assembly, disclosed that the decision to suspend construction of the second Abuja runway is due to unreasonable high variations by the contractors, which amounts to about 532 billion naira. He also added that the sum of 30 billion naira has been spent on compensation and relocation of Abuja indigene who were affected by the planned construction of a second runway.
The variation from 90 billion, they are proposing 532 billion. I will not accept it. The option I have is to cancel the contract. We have to invite fresh bids because they cannot hold us to ransom. No contractor like that. It's a responsible contract. This is the committee oversighting us. They will chop my neck off if I come back and tell the committee that I approved how much. No, I will not. 532 from 90 billion to 532 billion within a space of 2 years to do the second runway. I will not accept it.
The minister also announced plans to open fresh bidding for the contract, as some companies have already indicated interest to take over the project using their funds.
State of the situation. We have 2 proposals on the table which I will take to Mr. President, and I'll consult my chairman on it for us to have even special funding, the PPPs. There are 2 other Chinese companies who say they can fund it for with their own money and for us to pay them back, because we need the second runway to be up and running, and I want it to be completed during the lifetime of this administration.
The Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development has budget proposal of about 70 billion naira, with 69.2 billion naira as capital expenditure, 1.15 billion naira as personal costs, and 745.7 million naira as overhead costs. Faith Gabriel reporting for BeeTv News.
The National Assembly Joint Committee on Interior has raised serious concerns about the irregularities in the Federal Fire Service budget proposal leading to the suspension of the agency's budget defense. The controversy unfolded when the Controller General of the Federal Fire Service, Jaji Idris, appeared before a session chaired by Senator Adams Oshomole and his House of Representative counterpart, Abdullah Ahmed. Let's now join Bess Oriso for the rest of the story.
The lawmakers raised several inconsistencies in the agency's 2025 budget proposal. One glaring issue was the procurement of firefighting trucks at significantly different prices. The committee revealed that while 10 trucks were procured at 1.5 billion naira in one instance, the same specification were purchased at 2.5 billion naira in another, both from the same company. Chairman Senate Committee on Interior, Senator Comrade Adams Eric Oshamole, called the discrepancies a serious matter, stating that the agency's written documents contradicted explanations provided by its leadership.
It is not your mouth to tell us one is 30,000 water, one is 60,000. If that were to be the facts, it should have been so stated here. And then you will tell us why. Why you will buy a smaller tank and a bigger tank. So this is an afterthought answer. You are bound by the written statement, not by your oral statement. Whether in court of law or even in ordinary palace, the written word is superior to the oral statement. We hold you to your written statement, which you are not at liberty to change. The only difference here is that you granted a higher price to Afroz Global Service Limited and a lower price, interestingly, for Abastel Communication Limited. What has communication got to do with fire service vehicles? Are they communication vehicles?
The committee also raised concerns about unclear contract commitments and ongoing projects lacking proper specifications. Lawmakers questioned the agency's outstanding payment projection of 603 billion naira and pointed out the absence of a critical detail in the proposal. Adding to the concerns, the agency failed to provide sufficient evidence of its revenue remittances, relying on manual receipts that the committee dismissed as inadequate. In a firm response, Senator Comrade Adams Oshamole emphasized the importance of physical transparency and want the agency to reverse its documents of allocation for 2025.
The fire plans, whether it has been delivered or not, the number one item here, which is supposed to supply 4 of that number, 2 out of the 4 has been delivered. We have posted, we have deployed them to various areas. We can. There's one in Nyayan Fire Station in Abuja here. The second one, I can't remember. It's in Abuja, Federal Secretariat. The second one is in Federal Secretariat here in Abuja. Then the UIK supplied about 8 out of 16. That is number 2. Supply us 8 out of the 16 that was awarded.
So obviously, this is what somebody might call over padding or over invoicing. As a serious matter. Very serious matter. That is true. But let me add to your problem so that you can take them together as you reflect on how to get out of the trap you put yourself in. The 1, 2, 3, the 4th column under budget proposal, projects 2025. For the 10 units, which according to your budget is 2.95 billion naira, your budget proposal is 113.8 million naira. How will 113 million pay for a contract value, supply of item value valued at 2.95 billion.
The Federal Fire Service now faces the challenge of addressing these discrepancies to secure funding for year 2025. This session highlights the National Assembly's renewed commitment to fiscal accountability and ensuring that public funds are utilized effectively. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
The Court of Appeal sitting in Akure, the Ondo State capital, has upheld the death sentence of a popular hotel owner, Dr. Raymond Adedoyin, who was found guilty in the murder case of an ex-master student of the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Timothy Adejoke. According to the court's judgment on Thursday, the appellate court noted that the judgment by the Osun State High Court, which sentenced Adedoyin to death, stands. The appeal court has reserved judgment on October 29, 2024. Adejoke was found dead in November 2021 at Adedoyin Hilton Honors Hotel, Ile-Ife, where the deceased had lodged. On January 29, 2022, the late 37-year-old Master of Business Administration student was buried beside the house he built for his parents in the new Eruwa part of Eruwa town, the Ibarapa East local government area of Oyo State. In March same year, Afiz Olaina, the investigative police officer who undertook the first probe into Adejoke's death, narrated how some defendants arranged in connection with the deceased's death evacuated and dumped his body corpse in the bush. In the meantime, the Nigerian Senate, through the Committee on Public Accounts, has suspended the 2025 budget defense for the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation due to irregularities and lack of preparedness on the part of the Auditor General Shaka Shira and his team.
Ministries, departments and agencies to ensure transparency and accountability in the management of public funds is before this committee, and this committee is saddled with the responsibility of auditing the Office of the Auditor General, and with those gray areas coming from the Office of the Auditor General, it is for, the onus is on us to do the needful, and the needful is for us to suspend the defense. Treating the budget of the Office of the Auditor General for the Federation until those gray areas are cleared, and that's why we suspended the exercise to give room for the next agency, which is NAETI, and when they come back with the gray areas being put in the right perspective, and we find that worthy of approving the budget, we approve the budget.
Still staying with the National Assembly, where the national members are not pleased with the delay in the commencement of the technical audit of the Ajaokuta Steel Company and the National Iron Mining Company, as 5 months after the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding. The Joint Committee on Steel Development queried the Ministry on the bootcamp program to empower small and medium enterprises in the metal sector. National Assembly correspondent BeeTv News Esohe Osowenge has details.
It is the second appearance the Minister of Steel Development and his team will be having before the two committees of the National Assembly on steel development for budget defense. At the last sitting, the lawmakers faulted the ministry's expenditure in 2024 and requested for more information.
Where the companies exist?
The lawmakers are unhappy that 5 months after a signed MOU, the ministry still awaits the new objection certificate from the Bureau of Public Procurement for the kickoff of a technical audit on the national steel companies. The minister agrees that the process has been slow and promises to speed it up.
Why don't we start with the technical audit quickly, so that we will know the faults, we will know the areas that will be rehabilitated, we will know the areas that will be upgraded. Why don't we start with that?
The speed at which we are going through the process of getting a no objection from BPP is too slow. And I think that is the message that I'm hearing from the committee members.
We need to come back to the National Assembly.
Questions are also raised about the proposed craft centers across the 6 geopolitical zones.
Into all these things they put here that is looking like infraction. Establishment of metallurgical scrap is 2 million.
Yes.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
In the metal sector for growth and development, with focus on foundry, production of tool, spare and machine parts in the 3 geopolitical zones, and in brackets it is Ajaokuta Training Center. So there is nothing like meteorological training center on the budget line.
On the 2025 budget, the ministry says its demand for 315 billion naira for optimal efficiency was changed to 24.2 billion naira by the envelope system. It wants the assistance of the committee for additional 33.93 billion naira, 8.33 billion naira assigned for capital projects. The committee resolved to move money around to enable the establishment of the scrap center across the 6 geopolitical zones. Esoa Osemege reporting for BeeTv News.
We will be back shortly while we'll take a short break. Stay with us.
Okayoko na gadagba ya ewewe gwasa ewo molo gagodugo ton ariobo tedo kiwe egba be noroke mole wore do ni giogbe we o fi apa were yabo giwe gwariole Okayoko no kwa Major General Godwin Usage Abe MNICFR no gazeki Okayoko Nigeria Okariobo takwa ibom kiwe Rivers nedede kewu Okariobo te Nigeria we no lie minister amen imo ihan amomo ihan iye iwe ne teniko e ofiya gbe sen robi ye ne e ogbe waye e mami oyimi e ona kin e de Thursday ipede anyo ge buke January bupo na yena 2025 egoge abavan agadugi unro menuri oen United Benin Baptist Church enaba isenyo ge upe mission edo e de Friday ipede nenyo ge egogo wo buwe agaduga meno kekene be United Benin Baptist Church ke wa pa kinegberi yala lapa no ge ken edudo anegere ipede senyo ge ego kebikwa vanro be ogbeleze oge Nigeria Air Force Base Airport Road wedu edudo anokwa ipede hanyo ge ari yari pomenu sanu dazi the United Benin Baptist Church okiede ya Okayoko no mate Okayoko General Charles Ariabe orioboye be wenari obotedo Oproba Paul Abe nari oboye be weniegbabe.
And now to the foreign scene, where Donald Trump is considering deploying up to 10,000 troops to the U.S.-Mexico border as part of his immigration politics, according to an internal memo. Also, Russia opens to respectful dialogue after Trump's warning on the Ukraine war. BeeTv News Global News correspondent Rebecca Goffey tells us more on these and other stories from the foreign scene.
The 10,000 troops will be in addition to the 1,500 troops already ordered to install barriers. A military source clarified that these troops would not engage in law enforcement activities. In an interview, Trump downplayed fears that TikTok could be used by China for spying, assuring that the app will remain available. Later today, Trump will deliver a major speech at the World Economic Forum in Davos, addressing global leaders in business and politics. Meanwhile, the Kremlin has expressed readiness for a mutually respectful dialogue with U.S. President Donald Trump regarding the war in Ukraine. This comes after Trump warned that Russia could face further sanctions if President Putin does not end what Trump called the ridiculous war. Kyiv, however, is waiting for decisive action rather than words, according to local media. Foreign Minister Gideon Saar stated that Israel will not compromise on dismantling Hamas military and governing powers in Gaza. Saar emphasized that Hamas leaders have expressed plans for further attacks like the deadly October 7, 2023 raids. He said Hamas's goal is the elimination of the Jewish state, and as long as Hamas remains in power, peace and stability in the Middle East will not be possible. He added that while the framework for the hostage release is ongoing, its success cannot be guaranteed. Despite this, Israel remains committed to its objective of ensuring security by removing Hamas from power. And lastly, on Global News, Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Saar, during a visit to Budapest, expressed gratitude to Hungary for refusing to recognize the International Criminal Court's arrest warrant against Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Saar reiterated Israel's stance that the ICC is a political and corrupt body, accusing it of targeting a democratic country combating terrorism within international laws. In November, the ICC issued arrest warrants for Netanyahu Defense Minister Yoav Gallant and Hamas commander Mohammed al-Masri, citing crimes against humanity. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban has previously criticized the warrant, declaring that Hungary would not comply. And that's it on the Global News segment for tonight. Thanks very much for watching. I am Rebecca Goffey.
And that is the size of our news package for tonight. Many thanks for joining us. My name is Evelyn Izibili. Good night.